We ate nothing but eggs for 7 straight days. Here's what happened.
I gotta call it quits. I'm just too full.
There was a popular diet back in the 1960s by a man named Vince Gironda, a bodybuilder and trainer named the Iron Guru. He made up a diet plan that consists of 36 eggs a day with steak and ground beef mixed in, heavy cream, and butter. And he claimed that it was a steroid replacement diet. Is that true? Well, I'm about to find out, because that's the exact diet I'm gonna be on for the next week. And I, on the other hand, am gonna be taking it even further. For the next 7 days, I am going to have nothing but eggs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What's gonna happen? We have no idea, but we're about to go get our blood work done because we're gonna do it before, and then after the 7 days, we're gonna be doing it after. Wish us luck. Go again to get some more blood drawn. I hope I have some blood left. We've had a lot of tests lately.
We're getting some tests done so that way we can see the results essentially after 1 week of eating 36 eggs a day. This is gonna be very interesting. It is always kind of cool to see where you're at and how something that you switch up for a week affects you. So that is the cool part.
Blood, bro. I don't want to flex out. I was gonna flex out. Blood starts spraying everywhere. So here we go. This is the beginning. Let's eat all those eggs, and then we're gonna come back and see what happens. Then we're gonna have matching.
I know, right?
Our whole body's just gonna be.
I think they didn't have a hard time finding the veins.
I see about 700 there. Here we are. We're at the grocery store. It's gonna be very easy shopping today. Got a very short list. Number one is gonna be eggs. 36 eggs a day. That equals 252 eggs. Over the course of 7 days, that means we need to buy a lot of eggs. That's gonna be first on our list, so let's get to it. There we go. Now this is what 504 eggs would look like. 2 guys over the course of 1 week, 7 days. This is how many eggs we would be eating, so that is a lot. Next up, we got the heavy whipping cream. Now this is gonna be used for the shakes, the egg shakes, essentially, just to add a little bit more fat and flavor. A few more things is gonna be ground beef. Now I'm gonna probably go with a little bit leaner ground beef just because I'm having so much fat from the eggs, heavy cream, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go 93% lean. Here we go, some steak. This is gonna be good. Steak and eggs, man. These guys knew, they knew it was up. A few more things. He did have some greens, spinach and cucumber. Gonna have this as a salad with 1 or 2 of the meals, and that is it. Very, very simple. We are done. It's time to check out.
Back from the grocery store, and I just picked up some eggs that were $3.50 for a dozen. So I am able to eat for about $10 a day, get over 200 grams of protein, get 2,500 calories. That's a pretty damn good deal in my opinion.
All right, so we just got back from our egg shopping spree, and it is kind of intimidating seeing all of these eggs. And of course I have my meat and a little bit of veggies as well. But now the next big challenge is to see if I can fit all of this in my refrigerator. After a while, I finally found enough room in my fridge to fit all these eggs, and I gotta say, it was pretty intimidating seeing them all in there and knowing I'm gonna have to eat them over the next week. But tomorrow is when the challenge starts, so it's time to see if I can actually do this.
It is day number 1. It's the morning. I have woken up fasted. I'm weighing in, doing a little bit of a physique check.
It is day number 1, and I am taking this time to weigh in to see how much weight I gain or lose during this week-long journey of eating 36 eggs a day. I'm also doing a physique check to see what I look like in the beginning in comparison to the end. Now I know there's not going to be a huge difference within only a week, but it's always interesting to see even minor changes. Now I'm logging my weight in our Buff app. It's an app that we've been developing for a long time. We built it from the ground up, and a lot of care has gone into making this app. We put a lot of gamification features into it, meaning that you can gain experience points through your workouts, you can level up, you can unlock medals that have all custom artwork, no AI generated artwork whatsoever in this app, and you can build out custom workouts, routines. You can use our pre-designed programs that have a world map, so you can kind of keep track of where you are within the program. And there's a massive community on this app, an amazing community tab where you can follow people, you can comment, you can like. And of course, there is a lot of different stats you can look into. You have a homepage on the app to see your levels, to see your experience, and to see basically how you're progressing through your fitness journey. We are extremely proud of this app. We would love for you guys to download it. You can find it on the Apple App Store or Google Play. So check it out and let us know what you think.
There we go. We are looking at one full day of eating right here. I've got some Willie's eggs. Dozen times 3, 36. This is going to be one full day of eating. Pretty simple.
I am ready for my first meal of the day, and it is going to be very simple. Of course, eggs are the main component of this meal. I'm doing 6 whole eggs, fried, or I should say lightly fried, but I'm really trying to keep the eggs as runny as possible, and Vince was a big believer in this. He didn't want to denature the protein. He thought that it was better for absorption and better for digestion. Of course, now we know that isn't necessarily true, but I'm gonna be sticking with how Vince did it.
There we go. We are looking at 720 calories, 72 grams of protein, 48 grams of fat. This is 12 eggs, and this is breakfast.
I'm on to my second meal of the day, and it is going to be the hormone precursor protein shake. That's what Vince called it. What does that mean? I'm not entirely sure. This is absolutely delicious. No carbs, all fat, all protein, and damn, it is tasty. And once I'm done, I'm gonna be hitting the gym, and it's time to see if this hormone precursor protein shake actually works. Continuing the theme of following Vince Gironda's advice, I'm going to be performing his 8x8 Honest workout. Now, the reason it was called the Honest workout is because of supposedly how brutally effective it was, even if it looked simple on paper. Now, it is 8 sets of 8 repetitions. I'm going to be performing shoulders, biceps, and triceps today. And the whole goal in this is to keep every repetition very slow and controlled, and the rest times are as low as 15 seconds. It's really gonna be over before I even know it, so we're gonna bust this out. As I was charging through the workout, I started to ponder why eggs have been such an integral part of food history, and how they become synonymous for some with building a healthy physique. Has this always been the case? Not necessarily. Eggs have had a rocky path in how they've been looked at as either healthy or not. So let's take this time to get a better look at eggs throughout history.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Let's go back in history for eggs, friend or foe. In prehistoric times, eggs were edible, and that's about the only thing that mattered. That and remembering how to chew them properly. In ancient Egypt, eggs were a symbol of life and rebirth, even buried in tombs for the afterlife. The Romans started meals with eggs. The phrase ab ovo meant from the egg or from the very beginning. In medieval Europe, eggs were banned during Lent, viewed as a foe for the first time, but certainly not the last. At the turn of the century, eggs had become a breakfast staple, a sign of strength and vitality. Post-war America made eggs a cultural icon, sunny side up alongside bacon and toast. Then in 1968, there was a turn for the worst when the American Heart Association sounded the alarm. Limit eggs to 3 per week, they said. The 80s doubled down on cholesterol fear. Egg yolks became the villain, egg whites the hero. In 1999, a Harvard study suggested moderate egg intake didn't increase heart disease risk in healthy people. The tides were turning. By 2015, US guidelines dropped the cholesterol limit entirely. Eggs were back on the menu. And today, some hail eggs as nature's multivitamin, while others still eye them with suspicion. The truth, as always, is somewhere in the middle. What do you think?
All right, I am done with day number 1. I had a total of 42 eggs. Breakfast 12, lunch 12, dinner 12, and I had the 6 hard-boiled. My eggs were medium size, so I had to eat a little bit more. I ended up having 2,500 calories, which is exactly what I wanted. 252 grams of protein, 168 grams of fat, and 0 carbohydrates. I just had straight eggs, a little bit of salt and pepper. I don't know, I loved it. I love eggs. That's not to say I'm gonna love them over the course of an entire 7-day, but day number 1 is done and I thoroughly enjoyed myself and I'm excited to see where the rest of this experiment goes. What I'm struggling with most in the gym and with my workouts is really the fact that I typically have about 30% of my carbs before a workout, 40% afterwards. I'm really using that quick energy as a source of fuel. So very rapidly stopping that has been a bit of a shock for my system. Now I've done this before with keto, I've done it with fasting, and I'm feeling those same similar effects. I'm trying to transition into using the fat as the fuel source, and it is just not happening as fast as I'd like. So I feel extreme fatigue and a big drop in strength levels. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can keep eating these eggs.
No cheers, please. That would be a waste of good suffering.
What are you?
An angel to some, a demon to others.
You're Smell Razor.
We'll tear your asshole apart.
It is currently the halfway mark in this challenge, and I want to give a little update on how I'm feeling. So I'm having 6 meals a day, so I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours, and I'm having a little over 4,000 calories, but surprisingly, I am pretty hungry throughout the day, and I'm always looking forward to my next meal, and that is something I didn't quite expect. Now, I know a lot of people are probably curious about digestion, or maybe if the farts are completely deadly, and I have to be honest, I have not had an issue with digestion. I haven't really had any gas, nothing out of the ordinary at least, and if I do, it doesn't smell any different than it normally does. So I know that might be too much information for some people, but I know some people out there might be a little curious. So 36 eggs a day, I gotta say, this has been a pretty easy challenge so far, and I know I have it pretty easy. Hudson, he is just having eggs where I am getting a little variety in there, and I think that is helping me a lot. So I am ready to finish up this challenge, but I am curious, of course, after this, what my blood work is gonna say, because I am having an insane amount of fat throughout the day. And I went from having a pretty normal diet to all of a sudden having 0 carbs and all fat and protein. So I'm a little concerned, but so far I'm feeling pretty awesome.
Eggs are consumed all over the world and there is a ton of different recipes. So we thought it would be cool to make a segment called Eggs Around the World. I've recruited Buff Mom. She's going to be making all of these recipes for the very first time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Here we go.
In France, there's the omelette. Thin, elegant, classy, refined. In India, there is masala egg curry. Bold, spicy, rich, and comforting. In Mexico, there's huevos rancheros. Rustic, hearty, and full of life. In Japan, there is tamagoyaki. Sweet, delicate, layered. In Italy, there's the frittata. Rustic, filling, communal. In Greece, there's trapezzata, bright, fresh, Mediterranean. In Turkey, there's menemen, savory, saucy, and very shareable. In China, there's the tomato and egg stir fry, sweet, savory, and a bit like home. In the United States, there's the modern deviled eggs. Creamy, zesty, bite-sized. In Iran, there's koku zabzi. Fragrant green, celebratory. In Spain, there's the tortilla española. Golden, layered, iconic. In Thailand, there's kai jiao. Crispy, fluffy, street style.
Now this looks like our kind of place.
Time to eat some Mo eggs.
It is currently Friday, and we're getting closer to wrapping this challenge up, so we decided to go out and eat for a little treat. And we definitely found the perfect place.
The good news is we know they have eggs here. Now the question is, are they going to make 12 of them for us? That's always a little tricky when you're ordering off the menu and you're like, give me 12 eggs, please. They always kind of give you that look like, what the fuck?
Okay, so I have a very interesting request. Me and my brother are doing an experiment throughout the week where I particularly am just eating eggs. So I was gonna ask, could I get a special request to just have 12 eggs? Would that be possible? Okay, because I need 6 eggs. Okay. Scrambled if possible, and then in a steak.
They happened to be cool with our order and fulfilled it, and we enjoyed our eggs, but this was only day 5 and we had 2 more days left. And I was a little nervous because tomorrow we had a big challenge ahead of us.
We've got 2 days left of our egg experiment, and we're upping the ante a bit. There's a classic movie called Cool Hand Luke, and in it, the character Luke makes the bet that he can eat 50 eggs in 1 hour.
So that's exactly what we're gonna try to do. We have 100 eggs right here, 50 eggs each, and we're gonna see if we can do it in 1 hour. So what will me and Hudson be eating? Well, 50 eggs each, that is 3,000 calories, 300 grams of protein, and 200 grams of fat each. But doing that in 1 hour, that seems like a feat. First off, just want to say huge thanks to our mom for boiling all of these eggs, 100 eggs.
It took an hour, which wasn't bad.
Wow, that's not bad. So an hour to make and hopefully an hour to eat.
We've got the timer almost ready to go. This is 50 right here. Once the first egg is eaten, the timer will start. Do a little toast.
Cheers.
Here we go. Timer started.
Doesn't even look like I've eaten. I mean, yeah, you've eaten more than me. It's just, I'm not good at this.
I'm taking down this first jar. Now I might take a little break before I get to the second one, but I'm definitely going non-stop on this thing.
I'm getting close.
It can't be done, man.
I know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my hardest.
70 eggs to go.
God, I know.
I suddenly did get a tiny little twinge of sour in my stomach, though.
I'm hitting that limit. I think I gotta call it quits. I'm just too full. That's it. That's it for me. I'm this close to throwing up.
I see it in your eyes.
Yep.
They're turning green. Mm-hmm. Your whole complexion is green, in fact.
I'm the color of these yolks now. Ugh.
Well,
Good
what
luck.
was the official tally? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The official, let's count these up. Well, there's one there. I didn't get much, honestly. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I only made it through 15.
15?
That's it.
Wow.
I know, couldn't do it. I'm just not up to the challenge, I guess. No. Now, excuse me while I vomit.
Out of both orifices.
And, yeah, who knows? But I'm gonna be gone now. I'll be in the bathroom for the next hour.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Mom, we're gonna need a plunger.
It was at this point I headed home, knowing I only ate 15 eggs and needed to eat another 21 throughout the day. But Hudson stayed behind to finish the rest of the 50. I couldn't help but wonder if he was going to be able to do it, and if he did, how that was even possible.
This is it. I am down to the final egg, the 50th. It's been well over 2 hours, so I am not beating Cool Hand Luke's record. I am just happy to have made it this far. 300 grams of protein, 200 grams of fat. You may notice I've been extremely serious in the time lapse. That's because I've spent about the last hour and a half in a therapy session talking to my mom about the life choices which led me to eating 50 eggs in one sitting. This last one alone is gonna take like 25 minutes. I did it. 50 eggs, about 2.5 hours. The challenge is done. Mom, we're gonna need to resume our therapy session.
Sunday, my experiment with eggs is taking a dramatic turn. Eggs are no longer a diet, they're an obsession. I think about them, I dream about them. Sometimes I even feel like I'm becoming them. The more I consume, the more my desire for eggs increases. I had to find something, find an egg beyond normal human comprehension. And after a manic night of research, I'd found it. It's here.
So I'm currently waiting for my brother. He's heading to my place right now. He said he's bringing a big surprise. Oh, I think he is here. There he is. I got it. He's got a special gift. I don't know what this thing is, but it looks pretty big.
You should feel it.
It feels heavy.
It is heavy.
What the hell is that thing?
This is the largest egg in the world.
This is a normal egg.
And this is the ostrich egg. I'm so interested to see how this thing is gonna taste.
That's true. Or how the hell we're even gonna get into that thing.
I know, right? We gotta bust out the special tool for this one.
Yeah.
This is the moment of truth. Oh my, whoa, you can see the yolk in there. It's massive.
Huge. There it goes. Oh my.
That was like never ending. That's a full day of eating right there.
That is insane.
Brandon, it's time to cook.
So we're just having Michaela help here cook up some of the eggs. She's been stirring to make sure it's cooking all the way through. And she's noticing that it doesn't look like a typical egg. There's something special with this one.
Are you sure this isn't an alien egg? Because this looks pretty disgusting and gelatinous.
I gotta be honest, it does actually look kind of gross. It looks like gelatin or something in this, so it looks a little off. The smell of it seems almost like, it's like wild game. There's something about wild game that's just a little different. And the smell is almost like gamey. It's hard to explain. You go first. We're gonna have Michaela be the taste tester. Here you go. The ostrich egg taste test. Here we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Fluffy, light. Has a lot of flavor. It does taste a little different than a normal egg, like a typical egg.
Yeah.
It's lighter, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not quite as flavorful as a regular egg.
Great aftertaste. Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Thumbs up.
So the challenge is over. The blood work results are in. Let's check it out.
Okay, so the beginning blood results were all in the green, all normal, which is nice to see. Very healthy, and that doesn't really surprise me too much. We try to lead a healthy lifestyle and have a good, consistent diet.
Having said that, let's now check out the after. And before we get into it, I want to say really quick, I added up the amount of eggs I had over 7 straight days. Remember, all I had was eggs, and the amount I had in 1 week was 291 eggs.
That's a lot of eggs. It's kind of disappointing to see, honestly. There's a lot of red flags that pop up in my after challenge blood test here.
We're not looking too good anymore.
No. My total cholesterol is up to 270. That's 70 over than what you should normally have. What's yours?
Mine is 209.
So mine is a lot higher, and I think that's probably partially due to me just having a lot of heavy cream, a lot of butter, steak, and ground beef. So
But Vince Garanda said this was the steroid replacement diet.
the steroid side effects. That's probably what
Exactly.
he was
You
talking about.
know, your hair looks a little
Right.
thinner.
I got a lot more pimples.
Yeah.
And, my LDL cholesterol is up to 195. What's yours?
Mine is 152, so yours is substantially higher.
Absolutely. And my non-HDL cholesterol is up to 211.
Mine is 168.
Wow.
I am starting to think that I actually got the better deal by eating nothing but eggs.
I think you did. And, you know, it's funny because it mainly just comes down to cholesterol. Everything else looks normal.
Yeah.
I think just comparing both of ours,
It's almost
everything
identical.
else is almost identical,
Yeah.
except the cholesterol. Mine is just, it just skyrocketed. I mean, that's kind of crazy to think only after 1 week, which is not that long. I mean, a lot of times people will say, hey, you can't do a diet for 1 week and see results or changes. Well, I did.
Yeah.
I saw my cholesterol skyrocket.
And also, I saw huge changes in my body composition as well. I started at 216 pounds. By the final day, I was down to about 206.
Wow.
So I lost about 10 pounds in 1 week, which realistically I wouldn't consider healthy either. But that's pretty much what happens when you're having zero carbs. The fatigue was hitting me so bad in those final 2 days. I was supposed to get in some workouts, and I didn't even bother because I was struggling with really clarity, staying awake. I was having to take naps during the day, which isn't something that I usually do. And I know that can be a lot of times what happens when you shock your system with something such as getting rid of the fast-acting energy from the carbohydrates, but regardless, it still hit me hard.
I mean, that was a crash diet.
Oh, yeah.
You did what is essentially a crash diet. Cut out all carbs. You did a major change just like that, and we're on in a week and lost 10 pounds. I, weirdly enough, even though I was having up to 4,000 calories a day, lost about 3 pounds,
Which
4
is
pounds,
crazy.
which is weird. So
Yeah.
that is definitely, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I expected me to gain at least 5 pounds.
And I, on the other hand, was having about 2,500 calories, which is about 300 less than I normally have. So the fact that I lost that much weight wasn't a huge shock to me because I was in a calorie deficit and I wasn't having any carbohydrates.
So that was the egg experiment. It was very interesting, and I think we busted that myth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're also going to take a little vacation from eggs for the time being until we get our cholesterol back in order.
I'm with you.
Brandon, especially, we gotta monitor this guy closely.
I know. I'm gonna have to get on a normal diet for a week and then take my blood test again just to make sure I'm normal.
No kidding. So let us know if there's any kind of diet experiment or myth you would like to see busted. And until next time, stay buff.